Hi, here we are at the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum on the Sd.Kfz 2022 weekend and looking at another vehicle that's in the museum on static display. So this is a Sturmgeschütz. Earlier we took a look at the so-called Sturmgeschütz III, StuG III, Ausf.F. This is a StuG IV, so this is a similar vehicle in concept, but this time it is built upon the chassis of the Panzer IV. So we looked at the Panzer IV-D earlier with its different chassis, which has 8 small road wheels that still utilises final drive at the front and rear-mounted engine. This vehicle was implemented later in the war and was conceived when the StuG III production facility was damaged due to Allied bombing. It was recognised that while production had to stop for a while in the StuG IIIs, that there was still a need for vehicles in that role. So they utilised the production facilities that were producing the StuG IV and produced this vehicle here. So just like the StuG III at the back, it's standard configuration of the donor chassis being the Panzer IV, and at the front you've got a unique casemate which follows a very similar pattern to the StuG III. This one here mounted in comparison to the earlier 7.5cm howitzer that we stood on the StuG III. This mounted a 7.5cm anti-tank gun, the L48, and was used in a dual role of both tank killer and also in supporting the infantry. So once again, you've got that distinctive Panzer IV type suspension with the 8 road wheels and the front drive, and this vehicle has the Sailkopf, or the cast mantlet, which was used on StuG vehicles as a way of integrating the gun into the casemate and also providing protection from hits. Like a lot of vehicles built mid-war in Germany, they applied the Zimmerit paste, which is a ceramic paste designed to reduce the ability of magnetic mines to attach to the vehicle if they were going to be placed there by daredevil infantry who would get close to the tank and slap on a mine to try and disable it. So yeah, interesting situation. You also got the bracketry here, which you can see, which is mounted to the side of the casemate and runs the length of the vehicle for the mounting of plates that provide a kind of standoff armour or standoff plates of metal that could be used to detonate shaped charges before they got to the main hull. So you would have a plate mounted on here that ran almost, from above the top of the casemate down to almost the road wheels, that were designed to cause shaped charges to detonate early and thus prevent the tank from being attacked. So you can see a lot of the doctrine, issues that you see for the employment of armoured vehicles and infantry and other combined arms forces in World War II are still around today, with reactive armour, which is designed to detonate shaped charges and missiles before they reach the vehicle as well. So very interesting. You can see here, the Zimmerit extends to the area around the chassis, because of course, if you're going to disable a tank, that's the most vulnerable area. That's the easiest area to hit. You don't need to kill the crew to disable the tank. You just need to stop it running. So blowing off one road wheel, blowing off some sprockets on the final drive, that's enough. That's all you need to do to take one of these out of action. So about 1,000 of these were produced, which, you compare that to the StuG III. The StuG III was produced in many thousands across its different variants. So this was a stopgap that was put in place to try and find a solution to the fact that StuG III was unavailable for a period of time. So very interesting vehicle, and fantastic once again that we have an example of the StuG IV here in Australia. So I'll just come across here to the right side of the vehicle. You can see the devices in place again for mounting of the schürzen, the standoff armour, and this version, given it was a later iteration of the StuG, they had added an MG on the top to provide defence against enemy infantry, and StuG III is built in the similar period also had those MGs added. So here's a StuG IV on static display here at the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum.